How's it going, folks, and welcome back to Atalanta. Today I've got a triple header. We are at the start of December. The transfer window is looming. We have got a little bit of money we could look to spend in it, but to be honest, when I look at our team, I don't feel like there's any obvious areas that are necessary to spend big money on. I feel like we're in a nice little spot where the season is ticking along. As you can see at the top here, we are currently second in Serie A. Today's first game against Inter gives us a chance to go to the top of the table. And if we just look at past positions, that would be the first time we've been at the top of the table since game week 5. Now, of course, last episode we dispatched with Real Madrid once and then we lost to them. But we don't talk about the loss. All in all, it was a pretty positive episode. And from there, plenty of positives to take. As you can see, 3 games played in Serie A as well as 2 in the Champions League. In the Champions League, we lost against Monaco. All that talk that I'd given about how important it was to get the better head-to-head against Real Madrid went out the window here. Monaco beat us at home, and as you can just tell by the entire team performance, it just wasn't very good. But on the final day of the group stage, and I have to admit, very, very lucky with this, Monaco beat Real Madrid away from home, we beat Salzburg, and as a result of that, we went back ahead of Real Madrid on head-to-head. I've got to give a shout out to Monaco. They nearly ruined all our plans completely, but in the end, they did actually help us out. As for the match against Salzburg, it was a good performance. Raspadori got a hat-trick. Sesko scored against his former club. Played a much stronger team for this match than I had the previous one, because there was a risk, and in fact, if we hadn't won this game, Monaco would have actually finished above us. So I'm glad we took this last game more seriously. I'm glad we won it. So over in Serie A, 2 wins to kick things off. We beat Cagliari, we beat Sampdoria. I think I butchered both those pronunciations, but we're just going to go with it. And then, most recently, in the third and final game of this little run of Serie A matches, we took on Roma. It was a bit of a mad game, this one. A sending off, 4 goals, disallowed goals, a Dybala injury, a Zaniolo injury. It was a battleground out there. In the end, though, I do feel like we did just about enough to come out the better team. Of course, this was a game that we drew at the end of last season to secure the title. This time around, we were able to win it, and that is a pretty significant result because, as you can see here, Roma breathing down our neck. Today, we've got Napoli, who have sacked their manager, Inter, who are top, and also a Torino team who currently sit in 3rd. So the first 2 games today against the teams either side of us in the table, we need to win. So in terms of team news, Renato Sanchez suspended for today's game. He's been a very, very naughty boy. His form as of late has been somewhat questionable. I think you all know who I'm going to bring in his place. It's going to be Zach Haryan playing as the centre mid on attack, a player who continues to improve. And I feel like he's got a few more attributes in the yellow range than he had come the start of the season. His vision is now at 17. The man can see the future. Elsewhere in the team, Richie is going to play as the deep line playmaker. As of late, Marco in goal had a few question marks over his performances. He needs to step things up. You can see compared to last season, not playing nearly as well. Kept 12 clean sheets in 31. This year, 2 clean sheets in 11. I feel like today to get clean sheets is going to be a little tricky. Let's see if he can do it though. So we know how tricky Inter can be to play against. They are rocking a 4-3-3. I did just spot there. Mailer at left back for them is starting. I'm going to hope that, well, Musa can do one over on him. I realised that Mailer was our right mid last year. They're playing him at left back, and the player we signed to replace him is going to go to battle with him out on the far side of the pitch. So that's going to be exciting to keep an eye on. Elsewhere, they've got Bastoni, Skriniar. Rafael Toloi at right back is questionable. I feel like that might be something we can look to exploit. Although, if Richie gives the ball away like that, we could be in trouble. It's Gundogan through on goal. First chance the game goes Inter's way. Marco makes a good stop and then he just distributes it immediately. This is the kind of game that is really, really important to win, especially now that we have the knowledge that Serie A is decided by head-to-head results. You know, Inter, they were right up there last year. I expect them to be right up at the top this year. So with that in mind, this is almost more than just a 3-pointer game. This is a game that means a lot more than that. We need to win. Right now, Inter are having all the highlights, which is a little bit of a concern. Corner for us, though. Zach Haryan stood over it, whips it in. Romero can't quite get his head on it. And now Gundogan going to look to, well, maybe launch a counter-attack here. Bringing it down the near side. We defend that initially well, but Lautaro Martinez is threaded through. Marco goes down, and was that Badiashile? Of course it was. The man mounted at the back for us. Gets a massive block on it. Marco's goalkeeping was not very good there. Dived down towards the attacker's feet and didn't get anywhere near the ball. The good news for us is we are still in this game, and I do feel like we've been let off a little bit so far. Badiashile trying to pick out Zach Haryan with that big looping through ball, but unfortunately for us, Bastoni reading it. That said, ball given away. Luca, Raspadori could hit it, does hit it, not on target. Half-time here, 0-0. Not really a classic so far. We've had 4 shots on target, and there's been a little bit of a lack of quality in this one. You know what? Might be overreacting. Throwing a water bottle. Zakharyan and Marco demotivated. Everyone else loves me. Can I save DeMarco? Not DeMarco. Zakharyan. I've been able to save Zakharyan. Should we do it? You know what? Individual team talk. Marco, I'm going to save you. Go and have some fun out there. Play without pressure. He hates me. He wants to murder me. It's fine. Second half, let's get into this. I say let's get into this. I wasn't quite expecting a highlight within 3 minutes of the half starting, but we are the team in possession, and it looks kind of good for us. Zakharyan tries to pick out Raspadori. Keeper comes out for it. Almost throws it straight at Raspadori's head there. Neither goalkeeper wanting to dwell on the ball. Both teams looking to play out quickly, play that high tempo, keep the ball moving. At least right now, though, it's Inter in possession. We forced them to go long, and Romero wins his header. Now it's Soleil. Gives it to Musa. Luca with the ball. Back to Musa. Soleil. Richie. We've not really seen many highlights where we play the ball like we can and like we are here. Luca plays it to Raspadori. Threads through Zakharyan. Plays it back to Luca, who is chopped down by Skriniar. It would have been such a lovely move to finish it there. Unfortunately for us, Luca's been hacked down. VAR is going to have a look at this. I mean, it looks stonewall in 3D, but you can't really trust 3D in Football Manager, can you? Referee, give it our way. The move deserved a goal. I know that's a cliche to say, but I'm sticking with it. Is it going to be a penalty? It is going to be a penalty. VAR helps confirm the decision. Raspadori, I think it will be to take it, unless Luca's going to take it because he won it. Either way, Skriniar should be getting a yellow card here. I'm not happy with what he's done. And in fact, I think he did get a yellow card there. Raspadori stood over it for us. Can the number 11 score? I don't want to talk about it. Just shy of an hour played. Raspadori missed a penalty. I'm taking him off. Sesko can come on. Pellegrini's not at the best of games. So I'm going to move Musa to left mid, then bring Hateboer out on the right-hand side. Musa can play as a left midfielder, and in fact, he's developed a bit better in that position as a result of playing in it. With the injury to DeMarco, obviously it's useful that he can play out on that left-hand side. Gives us the opportunity to bring in Hateboer. And in fact, I'm kind of tempted to go with a double change in the final third and bring in Guiri. Luke has not had a good game here either. We have looked very blunted going forward. I was really hoping we could take the game to Inter's defence and our former players, but it's not really played out that way. And with 20 minutes left, still waiting for a breakthrough here. 8 minutes left and ticking. A goal here for either team, you'd think, would be the decider, but there might not even be a highlight here, because with 3 minutes of added time, time is just trickling away. And the match has just ended. What an anticlimactic game. That penalty in the second half, the only real opportunity, we squandered it. And as a result, we have to share the spoils, which maybe away from home, that's not the worst result in the world. What it does mean is if Torino win their game in hand and then beat us, we could be as low down as third by the end of today's episode. So looking ahead, the game against Torino in third place is a week away. I'm going to join you guys for that one. Don't go anywhere. Okay, game number 2 against Torino. This is kind of big. After that draw against Inter, we have slipped down to third. In fact, Lazio and Fiorentina, with good results for them, are getting closer and closer. The table is ridiculous, to be fair. The top 6 teams currently separated by 3 points. Games like this are going to be pretty imperative to our success. And to be honest, over the course of this season, against all the big teams, all the teams we should be struggling against and kind of having hard-fought battles, besides the Inter one, we've done quite well. We just bottle it against all the rubbish teams where I feel like we get complacent. In terms of team news for today's game, Renato Sanchez is back from suspension. I've just realised Notto's already played for the youth team today, so he's going to be on the bench for Esposito. Do I want to make any more changes? I'm looking at the Richie rating. I'm looking at the Renato Sanchez and Pessina ratings. You know what? Ravella in, and I'm doing it. Zakharyan on your come. I thought about that for half a second. Look, he's my favourite. You can't stop me. I need him to become Italian so I don't have to lose him. How much longer? 4 years. It'll be worth the wait. So Torino this year, definitely a team who are performing above expectations. A team that I would expect us to win ordinarily, but we need to be wary of them. And we need to be wary of this formation that they like to play, the 5-2-2-1. I do feel like, whilst traditionally we're a team that get exposed in the wide areas, against a system like this, we might get done a little bit in the midfield. We'll have to wait and see if that actually happens as well. We've got a chance here. Musa, Renato Sanchez. Oh my word. If that had gone in, it would have been unreal. Unfortunately, it's hit the post and gone wide. And now we have a corner to deal with. It's whipped back post. Headed on goal. Oh my God. Get it off the line. Get it away. Zimmer. Lukic for them. That post Aribo. Soleil nods it away from danger. And a few highlights to start the game. No goal yet. Right now, it feels like the game is massively bogged down in the midfield. We've had a lot of the ball, but without being able to find a way through. And, well, the fact that we're getting shown that corner as a highlight, I think really shows you how this game's played out so far. We're having a lot of possession around the back, but not really getting it forward enough. Maybe an opportunity for us here, though. Badiashile to Zach Hyen. Back to Soleil. Back to Zach Hyen. Luca gives it to Musa. Raspadori's in the middle. It's a lovely, lovely goal. It's another assist for Musa. Goal number 13 of the season for Raspadori. Apparently that's unlucky for some. I'm going to hope it's not unlucky for us. A crucial goal right before half-time. Nicely worked from left to right. Plenty of the players involved in the build-up play here. Luca with the ball through. Musa puts it on a plate for Raspadori, who from there is never going to miss. Half-time here, 1-0. Good performance, not necessarily a great performance, but Torino yet to have a shot on target, and funnily enough, it's quite difficult to win football matches if you don't have a shot on target. So, more of the same from the defence in the second half. Would like to see a bit more from us going forward, though. Goal kick for Torino. Gonna be launched long. Can we win the ball in the air? We can't. Jose Perez gets to the second ball. First time Torino have really been on the attack. Let's not foul them in the penalty area. Ball whipped in. Romero misses his header, but he gets that block. Where did Romario come from? I think he retired a few years ago. Oh dear, where am I? What's happening? Why am I outside? I'm losing my mind. Send help. Luke is not the best of games today, so I'm going to bring in Sesko for him. Elsewhere, Renato Sanchez, Zach Hyen. In fact, a lot of our team not playing particularly well, so I'm going to look to make a couple of changes, I think. I'm going to bring in Pobega for Sanchez. And as much as it hurts me to do it, I'm going to bring in Richie for Zach Hyen. He's going to play as a centre mid on attack. We've tried him as a roaming playmaker. He's not done great there. Let's see if he's any better as a centre mid on attack. I mean, when you look at this, he should be good at it. This is still a one-goal game with less than 20 minutes left. This is, I mean, it's the kind of game that I feel like we deserve to win, but it's the kind of game that just makes you nervous to watch. I'm just staring at the top left. The time is continuing to trickle away. They're changing their formation. Nothing is happening. Not really a classic, but it is 1-0, and I suppose that's good enough. Today so far has been their least convincing episode of results so far. A 0-0, a 1-0. I'm going to hope that we can do a little more against Napoli, which incidentally is going to be after the winter break, so we might have a little bit of transfer business we're talking about between now and then. Should be an interesting one against Napoli. They sacked their manager earlier on in the season. They're still down in 11th. That media prediction of 6th. Not looking all that good, but good news for them. They are still in the Champions League. Did they make it to the knockout stages? They did make it to the knockout stages, despite only winning 2 games. They're not having a very good season. We should be beating them. I'll see you in a few weeks for that one. 2 games played, 1 goal so far. I'm going to try and improve on that as we take on Napoli. Of course, the transfer window is open. I've had a couple of bids for players which I haven't taken. Notto has been attracting some interest. We had a bid of around £15 million for him. I'm just not really willing to sell him at this moment in time. I think he's too valuable, especially with the plan of going all out Italian. The other player who did have some bids on him, but I haven't accepted them because they weren't good enough, was Guerri. Leeds United came in with a bid of around 25 million, which, whilst not an insignificant sum of money, isn't the kind of money that makes you feel like it's worth selling our 4th choice striker, especially because, as you can see here, he got capped for France recently. Why would I let him go? Just as we set up our team for today's game, I've been reminded that DeMarco is slowly on the road to recovery. He's not yet fully fit, but he's back in training in 5 days. The months that he's been out with this injury have kind of flown by. I am looking forward to having him back, though. So team news for today's game, here is what we're going with. It's a pretty standard 11. Ravella coming in for Richie is perhaps the one headline bit of news. Obviously, Pellegrini still out on the left-hand side. Besides that, though, it's the full-strength team. We have had the winter break. The players have had a rest. They're ready and raring to go. And I'm going to hope that we can get a few more goals than we've seen so far today. I feel like I owe it to you at this point to have a more entertaining game. Apparently, last time we played Napoli, we lost to them, so we owe them for that. And we really need to get a win here. because as you've already seen, the league table's very close at the top right now. I am very scared of Osimhen and also Politano in the wide areas, especially Osimhen. He's just very good and scary in Football Manager. So we're going to need to try and shut him down. And well, hopefully we're going to create a little bit more here as Renato Sanchez plays it through to Raspadori. One-on-one, dinks his man, gets us an opening goal. 14 goals for the season now for him. The 2 goals this episode coming courtesy of Raspadori. The ball there by Renato Sanchez, by the way, absolute filth. Luca laying the ball off. Renato Sanchez, first time, dinks it over the defence. Raspadori dinks it over the keeper. It was a dinky affair, and it's 1-0. Throwing it on the far side. Badiashile to Raspadori. Pessina crosses it in. Luca is massive in the box, isn't he, in the match engine? Unfortunately, on that occasion, he's headed over. Di Lorenzo, now for Napoli. Do not discount Napoli. Do not think that Napoli could not fight back here. And while they're on the attack, that's not the most convincing of goalkeeping by Marco, but he has got it away from danger. And well, maybe we can launch something on the break here. Luca, Musa, tries to play it through, but turns out Musa is no Renato Sanchez. He overhits his pass there. Was getting a bit of deja vu with the build-up play, but alas, the final pass just not quite there. Maybe some defending required now as Napoli play the ball forward themselves, and it goes to Marco, who's going to roll it out immediately. It is all action, highlight after highlight. The ball not slowing down. The keeper's receiving it and immediately distributing. We're going to look to make something happen here as Pellegrini is going to beat his man and whip the ball in. Luca is there, and oh my word. Discussed his heading ability. He's hit the crossbar on that occasion. Ball overhit to Marco. I feel like so much of our play comes through Marco, distributing it quickly to the centre-back, inviting the press on and then playing out of it, kind of creating space in behind to capitalise on. Musa in the wide area. The record transfer should remind you of that, I feel like. The fact he was our most expensive player ever. And while Raspadori, he's through. He's got one. Can he get another? He cannot. Alex Merritt makes a great save, tips it round the post. Still a corner, and we can be lethal from these. Can we make something happen on this occasion? Ravella with perhaps the worst corner I've seen all season. That was absolutely tragic. Goal kick for Napoli, being played out from the back. We have pressed and we've won the ball. What a weird goal that is. Pessina scores it. Is he going to get an easier goal than that? I'm kind of disappointed he didn't no-look shoot that into the bottom corner. I'm not sure what Napoli's game plan was here. I'm not sure they know what the game plan was. Alex Merritt kicks it straight at Pessina. He hits it home, doubles our lead, and we look good right now. Marco in possession here. Is he going to throw it, or is he just going to hold the ball forever? We may never know. He attempts to go long, and, well, it was an attempt and nothing more, because the ball's been given away. We could be on the back foot. Napoli committing lots of men forward, definitely inviting us to attack in behind them on the break. And well, we might have another opportunity here. Renato Sanchez plays through Raspadori, whose effort cannons off the crossbar. And how is this game only 2-0? We have been rampant. We have been dominant. Might still be a chance before half-time here as we look to pick out Raspadori. So far in this game, the amount of space Raspadori has been finding in behind, I mean, from a Napoli point of view, must be terrifying. I'm kind of surprised they've not done anything to try and stop it. Would not be surprised to see a highlight here fall Raspadori's way once more. Luca gives it to Raspadori. Can he finish it? Yes, he can. Finally, he gets his second of this game and our third of the match. It's the 44th minute, right before half-time. Makes my team talk a little easier, and while the warning signs have been there, Napoli had not heeded them. They had not reacted. Luca Raspadori runs wide, tucks it into the bottom corner, 3-0. It's just dawned on me that there's a possibility as we enter this second half, we could get 3 clean sheets in a row today. Having criticised Marco and talked about the fact he only had 2 clean sheets all season in the league, if we could keep 3 in a row in these games here, that would be mighty impressive. That said, I might have jinxed it. Belotti is through, scores it. The players don't seem happy for Napoli, but they're getting quickly back into their own half. Belotti's stolen the ball and, well, I've jinxed it, haven't I? For a second, I thought this wasn't going to count for some reason, but the ball played through. Belotti hammers it home. Could Marco have done better there? Maybe slightly. 3-1, we're fine though. I'm not going to panic just yet. Soleil inside to Sanchez from the free kick to the goal scorer Pessina. Luca, back to goal, lays it wide to Musa, who's very good at getting the ball into the box. On this occasion, though, that was not the desired outcome from his cross. So we dealt with by Napoli. They launched the ball forward. Ravella back to Marco. We build from the back again, although we just give away the ball and then Belotti scores. Was that offside? If that is not offside, I'm very upset with Ravella for not getting him into an offside position sooner. I mean, the kick by Marco was less than inspirational. In fact, the whole performance today, I feel like, by Marco hasn't exactly been inspirational. Good news for us, though, is it is going to be offside. I guess Ravella just about got out quick enough. Indeed, he did. Belotti off by about a yard. Bit lucky there, really. I feel like we need another goal to make sure this match is done at this point. They've been very, very good, Napoli, in this game. And I'm nervous and I'm scared. And they've got the ball here. If they make it 3-2 with 25 minutes left, I'm not going to be enjoying myself. Put it that way. Vargas plays it wide to Vinagre. Inside to Osimhen. Plays it inside to Belotti. And I'll tell you what, I want to be mad. It's a really, really nicely worked goal. But from a match where at half-time we looked like the better team, we looked sensational, it's been a bit of a collapse in this half. It was worked nicely, to be fair. I thought Soleil here maybe could have done more to get into Osimhen. Made the cutback a little easy, but to be fair, the finish by Belotti was sensational. And with it at 3-2, I'm going to make some changes now. So Badiashile's not having a good game. I'm going to bring in Scalvini. Elsewhere, Ravella's been disappointing. I'm going to bring in Ricci. And Pellegrini not having the best of games for us. Going to move Musa out onto the left, Hateboer out onto the right. A triple change made with 20 minutes left. We'll hope there's no injuries. Keep your fingers and toes crossed, folks. As, well, this game continues to kind of just fizzle out. Let's lower the tempo. Let's just try and dominate the ball a little bit more to see out this game here. As there is only 5 minutes left. The time is trickling away. Napoli got that second. You thought the fight back might be on. And it's kind of fizzled out. Although there is now maybe one last chance. It's the 88th minute. And it's Belotti playing it forward. We're in danger. We're in trouble. Marco makes the save though. And to be fair, it was kicked straight at him. But I'm not going to complain. Oh, my whole life flashed before my eyes there. I've not enjoyed this match. This has been horrible. From a situation where I thought it was a foregone conclusion to Romero giving the ball away there. And oh my... Can we end the game, please? Can we end the game, please? Football Manager, 5 minutes of added time. 3 minutes of added time left. I think they're down a man because Politano's got injured. If they are down a man and they score now, I'm going to be so upset. It's Osimhen getting in behind. Nervy times here. Napoli trying to turn the screw. Floated back post. Oh my... It was offside. It was offside. It wouldn't have counted anyway. I don't even know what we've seen there. We've won the game. At what cost? I'm not entirely sure. A few years knocked off my life. Truth be told, we probably should have won that game by a bigger margin, but it wasn't good enough, was it? In the second half, we really were made to work for that. The good news is, though, we have got a win, and with that win, well, we remain in the same position we were when we started today's episode, trailing Inter by a point, 2 points ahead of Lazio. Roma not too far behind. With the win against Torino and them having a game in hand, they find themselves in 5th. Today was meant to be a nice chilled out focus on the league where we'd have some convincing results and everything would go fine. It really didn't feel like that though. We were made to fight for each and every one of those points. In the end though, 7 points from the 3 games. Not too shabby. I know you guys are going to be wondering, Jack, when are we coming back next time? I'll tell you when we're coming back next time. We're coming back, I think, for the Champions League game against Wolfsburg, as well as the game against Milan. Those games happen at the end of February. I feel like when we look at them, they're kind of the 2 obvious matches to come back for. The Champions League, of course, a big focus of our season, and the Wolfsburg draw, relatively kind on us. And well, until whenever I see you next, take it easy. Maybe it's tomorrow, maybe it's on Twitch. It's me, Jack, and I'll see you in a bit. I'm out.